Welcome to Day and Night Prime Debate. Illegal immigration, or as they say in Punjabi, kabutarbazi, has become a very profitable business. People are being smuggled out of Punjab at an unprecedented rate. Needless to say that they land themselves in trouble thereafter. The state government has enacted a legislation to curb human smuggling, but is it enough to check this menace? Illegal immigration has assumed alarming proportions in Punjab. London dreams have only fetched the youth trouble as they are being duped by unscrupulous travel agents. A new law has been put in place to check this trend, but the state of affairs continues unabated.
Going abroad and starting a new life has been a dream of many. But for Punjabi youth, these dreams have spelled doom. Illegal immigration has led to many such youth languishing in foreign jails. All this is attributed to unscrupulous travel agents throughout Punjab. There are over 15,000 Punjab youth languishing in jails of various countries after being duped and dumped by travel agents. These travel agents have cheated youth of over rupees 2,000 crore in the last 1 decade. Only a few hundred have returned home in the last couple of years to tell their tale of woes. There are over 500 travel agents in Punjab alone, half of whom deal with human smuggling. Waking up to the thousands of Punjabi youth, the state government has finally come up with a law to check the menace. The Punjab Prevention of Human Smuggling Bill 2010 provides for regulation of travel agents to check their illegal activities. However, to what extent this bill helps in curbing this menace remains to be seen. For now, definitely there is need to create awareness that kabutarbazi or illegal immigration could mean serious trouble for illegal immigrants.
For more on this, we are joined in the studios by Ranjit Malhotra, advocate specializing in NRI affairs, Scott Slessor, Consul General Canada in Chandigarh, VK Bavra, IGP Intelligence Punjab, and Rupinder Bath, Chairman, Association of Professional Immigration and Education Consultants of India. Welcome to the studio. Okay. Mr. Bavra, Punjab has enacted this new law, Prevention of Human Smuggling Act, which is awaiting the governor's nod now. Do you think the situation is that serious that you required a new law?
According to a study by UNODC and Institute of Social Studies in 2009, more than 20,000 people attempt illegal migration from Punjab every year. So the existing Immigration Act of 1983 had a very limited scope. Firstly, it covered only the employment portion, and secondly, it covered only limited countries. So seeing the gravity of problem, and Punjab has a multifaceted problem, the need was felt, and the State Assembly has passed the Punjab bill on October 1.
Mr. Bavra, this problem has been there for a number of years now. So what are the kind of steps you've taken so far?
Firstly, we have appointed a nodal officer in on the police side, on the civil side. On the police side, I am the nodal officer. There is a task force constituted to deal with the problem of illegal migration. There is a steering committee because the problem is multifaceted, different departments are involved, so it's cutting across different departments.
But apparently all these steps haven't been enough, it appears.
So all these have been taken recently, but without a legal arm, without a legal strength, it is difficult.
Made a list of the defaulters or the fraudulent agents and have some of them been kind of taken to task or declared, let's say, proclaimed offenders?
The number of proclaimed offenders in illegal migration cases in Punjab is around 700, and there are 400 others which have been declared they are residents of Punjab.
So what would be the total number of travel agents in Punjab?
These are not travel agents. Let me tell you very clearly. These are the persons who have been involved criminally in any manner in an offence relating to illegal migration. So some of them could be travel agents, some of them could be their sub-agents, some of them could be sub-agents.
But some of them must have been multiple offenders.
Yeah, In fact, we have identified 23 persons who are involved in more than one case, and on them we have declared reward also.
Okay, Mr. Malhotra, you've been dealing with this issue for quite some time now. Would you agree that as many as 20,000 people leave the country illegally, leave the state of Punjab? I think from the country the number must be far more.
In fact, there was a report commissioned by the UNODC which was released in Chandigarh March earlier this year. This report also comes to this figure of 20,000 which has been put forward by Mr. Bhavra. And you see, what is very laudable about the act is that it gives more powers to the police, makes offences cognizable and makes the offences non-bailable. Then there are powers of seizure, search.
But coming back to the kind of the number of people going abroad, has the number been on the increase over the years, or is it coming down? The number of people going abroad illegally.
Mr. Sandhu, the number has been on the increase. It may remain static, but what needs to be done is to change the mindset and the philosophy of the people. But now what has happened is, in the recent years, you will see that the thinking of the major foreign missions in Delhi is, if you see the British High Commission, the American Embassy, the Italian Embassy, to promote managed migration, to come down to the grassroots level, to educate people that what are the pitfalls of going illegally and to spread this awareness. In fact, we did 2 seminars in association with the British High Commission in the last couple of years to promote awareness about managed migration, and then there was one similar seminar by the Italian Embassy also here in Chandigarh. So that got a very good response to tell the people, if you want to go, the legal way is the right way to go about things. And as now you may have seen, the Canadian Immigration Minister had visited Chandigarh recently, so the Canadian government is also taking very concrete positive steps in this direction.
Slessor, now I know the people from Punjab are going all over the world, but I think Canada is one of the premier destinations, it appears. So from the Canadian point of view, how serious is the problem of illegal migration from Punjab?
Well, it's serious enough that our immigration minister visited here twice in less than 2 years. I mean, it's also is indicative of the fact that he has common cause here. You know, in both visits with the chief minister, this was discussed in exactly the terms we're discussing it. These people are being victimized, and we have to stop it. So that should give you an indication of how
yes,
we...
but what are the means these people are using to go out? I mean, are they becoming part of cultural troops, or are they becoming part of sports bodies and or religious groups?
No, there's no easy way to put it under any program. It's more a matter of the kinds of fraud that we see, and we sort of track that, and that's the sort of thing that we're sharing with the authorities here in the Punjab, and which I would add are identified in the act that's been
So are you getting the support of the authorities in Punjab?
Absolutely, yeah. This is not the first time him and I have met, and nor will it be the last.
Okay. Mr. Bath, now, does the association have a mechanism to check this kind of practice which is going on?
Well, our association is not a very big association right now, and
How many members does it have?
We just have very small, 20 members right now, because the criteria for becoming a member of this association is very strict, because we do not want to take anybody and everybody. There are certain code of ethics these people have to follow, and there is tough membership criteria. A lot of people want to join, but they don't meet the selection criteria. We've been we have approached the authorities a few times, the Chandigarh police, and also met the Home Secretary regarding this, and but unfortunately, being a small body, we've not been able to come out with concrete steps. But now's the time where the government has also felt the need, which we started in 2002, that illegal immigration, right agents and legal way of migrating to any country of anybody's choice should be encouraged, and people should be made aware that what is right and what is wrong. So now the government is also, we are very happy that the government has finally come up with this new proposition. The Canadian government is supporting that. I being a Canadian citizen do support this. And
but do you have, Mr. Bath, do you have some kind of a system to weed out the black sheep amongst the members?
We have a disciplinary committee which looks at any action if any of our member does anything wrong. There is a proper investigation done on that, and they are, if they are found guilty, they are told to leave that the membership is gone, and it is publicly announced that this member is no more a member of APIC,
But all said and done, I think
But
having a
still-
travel agency is not seen as a very honourable thing these days.
Yes, you're right. At times, I myself, who's been in this industry for 15 years, who have studied immigration law, I'm a member of CSIC, and all others are the same, who are the members. We feel sometimes embarrassed because of those travel agents that we are in this industry.
Mr. Bhavra, a lot of these people who are defrauded are actually from the rural areas or semi-urban areas. So what are the steps that the government is taking as of now to either dissuade people from falling prey to these fraudulent agents or not adopt this illegal route?
See, two things need to be done and are being done. The first thing is that whatever wrong has been committed, so taking action against that, so discouraging illegal migration. And second thing is encouraging the legal route and awareness generation. In fact, this is being undertaken, Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs, and CRID is an organization here that is working. Last year it was carried out in Jalandhar district. This year they are repeating in Jalandhar district, and that is very elaborate. They go to villages, they organize small plays, some dramas, and they leaflets. So they educate in the rural and semi-urban areas. In fact, Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs has also said that this year we can organize one more district. So districts of Doaba up to the village level, we are trying to create awareness.
Mr. Slessor, is this kind of showing on ground, whatever steps that the Punjab government is taking?
Yeah, I think it is. First of all, let me say, this is, we spoke in the room before, and the key thing is this. We have to make sure people are aware of how to look at immigration. And for us, this is the biggest, issue to tackle. Getting information to the village level, because people, and I'd be interested in comments from the other panelists on how we curve the cultural side of this, because all the legal things that we're doing are very important, but there still does seem to be, at least people tell me, that there is a predilection here in the Punjab to seek the advice of consultants. I mean, we're going to start with what you're saying, and you know that we're talking about doing this together,
Yes.
and getting into villages and getting information, and I think that's very positive. We've already seen a reduction of one agent that when our minister was here in September, he undertook, for us to communicate with the police certain information, which we did, and that we have not received any more applications from that agent, by the way. So as far as we're concerned, there's been some results.
Yeah. Mr. Slessor, do you see the Punjab Prevention of Human Smuggling Act as a positive step? Do you think it will make a big difference to prevent illegal smuggling of human beings?
I think it's absolutely a very important step forward. There's no question. As with any piece of legislation, it has to be given assent. So it has to go through all the channels so that it's in operation. And even before that, when you read the Act, you see that it says that there is a phase where they have to develop the regulations. And there's always a regulatory framework that goes with these things. And so those things have to happen. And that's where, the tire hits the pavement, and when we can put some real meaning on this. And we've already offered that if people want to to work with us, we're happy to offer whatever humble advice we can. But this is a Punjabi law, and ultimately it's up to the people here to make it work.
Mr. Malhotra, what do you make out of this act? Do you think it's a step in the right direction, or a lot would depend on the enforcement of the act?
Mr. Sandhu, definitely it's a right step in the right direction. It has got major deterrents. It is the need of the day. In fact,